NECC Rainbow Six Siege season opener with your St. Clair Saints Rainbow Six roster. It is going to be in the band phase to start us off here now, as both teams have won a map here. Now St. Clair starting us off with a 7-3 win over on Clubhouse. Then moving on, it will be a Hawkeye Community College win 7-5 on Oregon. And then finally, coming through here now, our map number 3, Cafe. John, how you feeling about these two teams right now?
It was funny. I was going to point out Hazard Bear playing that Ying to perfection in that second map, specifically on Oregon. First ban actually going to be coming out from St. Clair is that Ying. So really good job by them identifying maybe a weakness that they had and being able to ban that one out. Thatcher going to come through for the side of HCC. And not too surprising, we've seen Thatcher banned basically every single map, every single match. So I mean, pretty typical. And also Cade, also going to be banned out throughout everything anyway.
Yeah, Hazard Bear is going to say, I didn't like playing her anyways. You can ban her all you want. Just having some good fun between these two teams here right now, as we do see the final ban come through for SCC on their defensive ban. I'm expecting Amira. I mean, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be surprised. There it is coming through as per usual. And here we are. It is going to be Cafe about to come underway. St. Clair, I'm a little bit more confident in them this time around moving on to this Cafe, just because we all just know they just suck at Oregon. I wouldn't say suck, but like I'd say, haven't won a game on Oregon in a while. It's been quite a bit. So here we are at Cafe to turn things around. St. Clair going to be more comfortable on it. I'm very excited because this is something that benefits their map pool a little bit more. Let's see how they do play on it, and it is going to be St. Clair also starting on defense. So they got the cards in their favor. Just close it out.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, for St. Clair, you're coming off of Oregon, where you did end up losing 5 rounds in a row to end it off. Definitely a momentum boost there for the side of Hawkeye. But like you said, St. Clair really tends to struggle on Oregon, and going into Cafe, a map they're a lot more confident on. So I'm expecting this game number 3 to be a lot more even, and I think a lot more evenly paced throughout this one. I am expecting St. Clair to win this one, but I don't think it's going to be as comfortable as we thought it was going to be.
I'm definitely going to have to agree with you there on that one, John. I mean, after a 7-3 win on the first one, yes, they were some close rounds. We were like, okay, the Saints are on a roll. They're moving. Can they find map number 2 on Oregon, despite them not being the best at it? Well, it was close. They were up 5-2, and they just weren't able to get the closeout. So here we are. Now, map number 3. I think the biggest thing, once again, is actually going to have to be the Saints finding these defensive round wins. It's going to be having to take that advantage. I think you're going to be very concerned about your attack here now after seeing what just happened over there on Oregon. So here we go. This is going to be map number 3, round number 1, getting underway right here, right now.
And HCC, definitely a really good second half on Oregon there. They're definitely going to be looking forward to this, trying to keep their push going, and they did end up on defense there looking pretty good, but their attack didn't look very hot on the last map either on Oregon. So I definitely think St. Clair, like you said, has the advantage here early on. The fact that they're playing defense, they're much more comfortable on it here, especially on Cafe. So looking for them to try and take an advantage and convert it into a series win here for the grand opening. And Rapid going to peek through the door, or the window here, find the first pick of the game, and that is exactly what you need to see. And I feel like he didn't really get a lot of chances to do that, even on the defense, because he was playing more of those shield characters like Blitz and like Ona. And I mean, now that he is back on this Roman character on Valkyrie, I think way more effective here on the defense. He should prove.
We just need St. Clair to do the unexpected, honestly. That's the biggest thing right now. It's just like completely just swarm your enemy with plays they're not going to expect at all. Like getting aggressive on defense like Rapid just did. Not going to be expected here from the side of HCC, especially considering how slow St. Clair has been playing on their defense and like no kind of spawn peaks coming through. Now that Rapid does pull it off, it's going to work out nicely there for him. Early player advantage, taking down Wagons. Can you carry on with more picks? Let's see here in just a moment. Minute and 30 already down to on the clock, and there's not a whole lot of map control made yet for the side of Hawkeye. They will get control of this bomb, or sorry, not control, but they have found it here now. So see what happens with that. But honestly, St. Clair off to a good start.
As the Bear going to hop in here. Will he spot it out though? Kanger behind that desk. He's going to find one, trying to get a second, but no. Will be traded out here by Pete. So now a 4v3 scenario. Double kill for Rapid. Going to find one with the Nitro Cell there. Now a 4v2. Both players stuck in the stairs here. And St. Clair knows exactly where they are. So they're going to know as soon as they pop out here, it's going to be rough going for them.
Yeah, it's going to be the first player swinging out as JM Beast is right there for the cleanup. We get all the Lobster. Lobster's had lots of 1vx situations. He's won a few of them, but no 1v4s. That is a little bit of a different story. It's a different beast to handle here, as he already does get peppered down ever so slightly early on. Now a little bit more. Him and Rapid tossing some shots back and forth between each other. As it is now going to be Rapid still looking for this frag, as Lobster is inching closer and closer to the diffuser, but with so minimal HP and up against 4 players and the diffuser down, just all the cards are against him in this one. I don't think he's going to be able to pull it off, as Rapid is going to be there for the cleanup. Saints off to a good start. Can they follow it up with another?
Rapid starting with a pick and finishing with a pick. 2 kills in that round, and definitely a lot better feeling for them here on Cafe. After 5 round losses in a row, yes, you are on a new map, but that's still going to be in the back of your mind. St. Clair going to quiet any doubts, going to put themselves up. Actually found 3 in that round, so really good one from Rapid. It's exactly what I want to see for him to start out, because he really was the difference maker early on in the last map. So if he can keep that going here on map number 3, it would be absolutely massive for them.
If you can just keep Rapid popping off on defense, Kinger pop off on offense, you get the ball rolling, and just kind of go with the flow in that regard, that would probably work out pretty well for them. JM Beast, we're going to 6-pick the Oryx here. That's an interesting one to see here. We got the Mozzie as well, Malusi. I mean, a lot of things that we haven't seen a whole lot of yet in this series coming out now on Cafe, with it being a whole different style of a map.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a change in operators there. Interesting to see how JM Beast is going to play this, because we haven't really seen a ton of Oryx from him. So usually he plays a lot more of the sit still, hold a spot, and don't move. And this time looks like he's going to be going for the more mobile operator. And they are going to be in kitchen here. It's a little bit of a different look. This site, I feel like, can be very, very exploitable for the attackers. If you can make some kind of edge there on the, I guess, kitchen side of kitchen, where the little back corner area definitely can find an advantage there if you're able to secure it for the attackers. If you're able to hold it for the defenders, it makes life really, really difficult, because there isn't a lot of other ways to actually enter into that site.
Yeah, not a lot of ways to enter at all, as we do begin the action phase here now, with the side of HCC still on the attack as of course. And here we go. They're trying to turn things around this time through. It was Pete, the only one able to find a frag last time, and so St. Clair is going to look to make something like that happen once again. Do we see another aggression play come through from Rapid or Kinger or somebody? That's something I'd also be looking to see. As JM Beast, like you were saying, very mobile in this round, is definitely getting that in early on. Lots of movement. You just see the twitch on Lobster, just eliminating all these cameras and other util. So a pretty standard start here between both teams.
Pete with a good drone here, actually. He's going to get a lot of intel on the site. Jammer going to come down. Not quite going to catch him, though.
Yeah, so here we are now continuing on with this round number 2. It's a little bit of a slow and steady start still, as we do approach closer and closer to this 2-minute marker. Kinger looking for an angle. Oh my god, this is going to...
Did you see him?
Oh my gosh, that is such a weird angle. Like, this is what makes Rainbow Six so interesting, because when are you going to see that angle used again, ever? Like, it's going to take so long. So it's just great to see things like that come through in this game. It's now a 5-on-4. Kinger already finding that initial pick. Wagon's the first player down in both rounds to start off this game. Really going to hurt the side of HCC, as St. Clair is going to try to move on with this player advantage.
He's going to toss out the Yana here. We'll be able to scout out anything ahead of him. The hologram will be deactivated here in just a second, but he will be able to clear out most of this floor with it. But meanwhile, Rapid finds Atlas. Going to be traded out, though. Hazard Bear going to get one back. Does cost a little bit of his life, but will be a 4v3 again here. Just a minute 20 remaining in the round.
Yeah, so still at least maintaining that player advantage. Oh my goodness, Hazard Bear almost finding one more, as that player did just drop down the hatch. JM Beast is, it's weird seeing him this mobile, and like you were saying, just always running around and whatnot now. Here in this round, it is going to be St. Clair just looking to keep this player advantage, right? That's the biggest thing. Play trades, do whatever you can, use your numbers to your advantage. That is the biggest thing here right now. The Fuser is in hand of HCC still. They are making their way downstairs, but hey, look at the time. There's not a crazy amount of it left. Hazard Bear in a good spot, though.
They are going to have to try and find a way to breach in the site. They want to go through that hole I talked about in the very back corner of the kitchen, because that is...
Like, I don't even see a player there.
JMB somehow found Hazard Bear's head there. Makes it a 4v2 on the other end of the hallway. And now things just got really, really complicated for the side of Hawkeye. They have to find a way to break in here, but bomb is down with only 24 seconds remaining. JMB watching this angle as well. Does he see this player? No, he does manage to slip by. doesn't quite have the bomb yet. Only 15 seconds left. You got to just sprint and get that bomb and try and get on the site immediately. Gonna get shot out here from the inside, but JMB's gonna back off here. Gonna go for the gunfight yet again. Pete not gonna be able to find his head though. Lobster gonna chip him out. It is a 3v2, but they have to rush this site. Kinger gonna find 2 here. Gonna try and find the third player. Not gonna push out just yet, and that's gonna be it. St. Clair take round number 2 and go up 2-0 in map number 3.
It's the storyline of the HCC offense. It is not able to get the bomb down. It's the storyline of that one. They fixed it a lot going into that last map number 2. It happened early on when St. Clair built their lead, but since then it didn't really happen too often, and it's coming back here a little bit now as St. Clair will find round number 2. And this round 3, honestly, is something that the side of Hawkeye is going to need early on, because you cannot afford St. Clair to take a 3-0 lead on you so early into the game. Just have that momentum back in their favor and just be kind of on that kind of roll that we were talking about. Hawkeye's definitely going to need to find a round here soon.
It's like Wagons. I thought Wagons was sick and tired of getting picked off first and was going to go on the Cali, but we'll switch over to the Sledge on that 6th pick. And now they're up 2-0, right? St. Clair has a definite advantage here. Do you think they end up changing their... Yeah, so we are going to see JMB's going back to that castle, not going to have that kind of mobility with the Oryx. I really did like that. I thought the fact that you had that extra roam was so huge, because
I think
Cafe is so many rooms, so many hallways to go through, so many places to move around, and I feel like having an extra roamer helped them out so much in that last round.
I think it really does just depend on which site they are located on. I think if they do actually end up going back to the site they were just at, JMBs might pull out the more mobile characteristics here again, but regardless, it is going to be the castle coming through from him once again, just able to lock down the site a little bit more and make it a more difficult push coming through from Hawkeye. As I want to see more aggression from St. Clair. I think it's going to work. Like, I do really think it would work in this matchup if they keep showing it. But with that being said, it is going to be just the push from Hawkeye coming in slowly but surely in a pretty standard setup here so far in this round.
And the rounds have been pretty dominant by St. Clair. There hasn't been anything, like both rounds. They only a couple people going down throughout them, and it hasn't really been anything too crazy like 1v2 scenarios, 1v3 scenarios. It is St. Clair just playing pretty consistently good and consistently clean R6. So I think now they have to somehow HCC has to find a way to actually force St. Clair out of these rotations, force them out of these sites, because they just haven't really been able to access the sites at all. The roamers get picks early on and really seem to struggle after that.
They have to do something. I mean, bottom line, that they have to make it some sort of impact. That's a big grenade, not going to work out how they wanted, and you're already down to 2 minutes. And that's the biggest thing I notice is right now is the clock. You are not inside the building yet, and there is still a lot of time, or sorry, not a lot of time left on the clock. It's crazy. Like, usually I thought R6 had long rounds, right? You typically have a long time to, make your plays happen, but it doesn't look the case in this series. The time crunch is definitely becoming problems for both teams, as it is, oh my gosh, Salty Boy. He's like, okay, let me just actually check this door real quick, and no, falling off real quick he is.
He's going to get flashed multiple times here. He's going to try and hold the angle, but no. He'll be taken down there, and it's going to be an early 4v5. Ooh, an early 3v5, actually. Wagons taking down JM Beast as well. Advantage here. Now they are going to get bombed down as well, so a really good job there. An early plant. Oh, they going to come through, going to catch Chars unaware. Wagons going to find a second in this round. Oh, finds a third, actually, on the other side. Triple kill for Wagons here. Now a 1v5 scenario. Kinger down to 25 HP. Can he find a way to 1v5 this? That would be a miracle.
I mean, like, what do you do? Like, in this position is just so difficult to maintain. It's not even like a Valorant or like CSGO where you have an economy that you can kind of play for. No, it's literally just, might as well try. You have nothing to lose. It's going to be a flawless round for the side of Hawkeye to answer back to St. Clair's first initial 2. However, St. Clair is able to just switch up this defense location once again. I think the location was really something that St. Clair was a little bit less experienced on down there on that main floor. So I think they're going to send it right back up to 3rd floor, just as I was saying, and they should be a little bit better off over there once again.
Yeah, I think Wagons got tired of just being picked off as soon as the round started. Got 3 kills in that one of his own, and a little bit of a momentum shift here now. A good answer back from HGC, like you said, was obviously on maybe a bomb site that St. Clair not as comfortable on. So now that they're able to go back up to that 3rd floor, I feel like they have this one pretty much on lockdown. They know every single place that the attackers want to go, and now we're going to be going into round number 4 on map 3. It's definitely getting into crunch time, definitely when these key plays need to be made for one side to try and win here in the NECC season opener.
Yeah, this is exactly just as you were saying. It's crunch time, right? I mean, you're in the final rounds. You're in the last map. You've already played 3 rounds. If you're from the side of Hawkeye, you're looking to even up the scoreline, maybe take a little bit of an advantage for yourselves. If you're from the side of St. Clair, you're looking for, a 3-3 half wouldn't be the worst, but you're looking for a minimum of that 4-2 half once again. And yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for. St. Clair will have 2 more site locations before they have to go back to that basement site that Hawkeye did just win on. So that's another good win condition for St. Clair. And if you're Hawkeye at this point, are you nervous? What do you think?
I think you did just end up winning that round. I think it gives you a little bit of momentum back. But St. Clair has looked really, really solid in the rounds that they have won. Haven't really been giving anything away. Rapid going to throw a camera out here, see if he can catch anyone in spawn. And I mean, I think the key for me is that if you find someone early, like if you get a really early pick, we saw in the first 2 rounds, St. Clair found those early picks onto the side of HC, but in that round, Salty Boy with a little bit more of an aggressive push ended up going down really early, and it kind of fell apart after that. So I think the key for both teams here, finding that early pick pre 2 minutes is so huge because it gives you a little bit more momentum boost, and when you're making those key rotations, you don't have to worry about a roamer coming up behind you and finding your flank.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about the roamers all night long. It's because they're having such an impact on these games. I mean, it's the one player who is just separated from the rest, who really splits up the attacking team and can just cause problems. Oh, Rapid, so close. We'll get Lobster down to 1 HP. You know he's kicking himself over that one, but that was a very risky play. Like, he was literally full force hopping out of a window during that one. It's not going to work out in his favor, and I don't know how I feel about the start of this round.
Yeah, it's going to make it a lot tougher to defend here, and I mean, it is a 2-1 game, so I definitely think taking a play like that is very, very risky. And you saw now Lobster, pretty low HP, but it is going to be a player down here now for St. Clair. And with 2 minutes remaining still here, a lot of time to decide where you want to attack. And now that you have a player advantage, it's even easier for you to make those proper rotations, to be able to trade out effectively. Because if you do properly trade out, it is going to be you who ends up coming out on top. And a minute and a half, still a little bit of hesitancy here, but they are slowly converging onto the site.
You are seeing Lobster stick on the Twitch drone, and obviously for reasons why, he's getting a lot of use out of it, taking down these cameras and any kind of utility that is in there for the side of SCC. And honestly, they're playing a great job of having this player advantage, but time is ticking. 70 seconds. They're probably going to be making their way into the sites here now, as we do see Lobster's drone get more and more effectiveness. You do see Pete actually get into the area here now, and he is going to be looking for some players. It's Atlas with another one, taking down JMB's now a 3-on-5. So difficult here for St. Clair to be down 2 players this early on.
They do. All 3 players now on site for St. Clair. Watching these bombs, not going to try and allow anybody to push onto the site and get an early plant, because their hope is, in the chaos of this final 40 seconds, they're able to get a couple picks over for themselves here, and that they'll be able to at least prevent the bomb from going down, because if they can do that, they'll end up winning the round. But it's going to be tough. 30 seconds remaining. Lobster down low, but only 3 players left alive for St. Clair. Oh, they find a pick, though. That's huge.
Yeah, but Kinger will be getting traded out there from Hazard Bear, but Chars will be there to find one more now. 2-on-3, Chars for 2! Salty Boy going down in the process, leaving it all up to Chars and a 1v2 versus Hazard Bear and Wagons. Hazard Bear will be putting this diffuser down. Chars knows he has this intel. He's going to fire off some wallbang shots, but nothing really connecting. He runs into the player, finding the first. He will sneak out with his life somehow. The diffuser will go down, so Wagons can play a defense position here. Chars knowing he's going to have to get a little bit aggressive onto this player if he does want to win this round. Diffuser being down as well could be so big. I don't know what kind of util that was, as Charge does bait this one a little bit here.
Oh, he's sticking it.
That's going to be a big grenade. That's going to kill Charge, but Charge sneaks out, but not enough. Wagons will be there. The grenade was the killer. Honestly, the Charge stick was looking good, but
yeah,
you just look at the clock if you are Wagons there. Wait a few seconds, throw your nade, okay. If nothing happens in result of that, you go back, wait. I think he had another nade too, so you just throw that, another one, and he just had a great setup onto the bomb. It really hurt Charge the way it was all set up there from the side of Hawkeye, and a very good play from them, tied up now 2-2.
Yeah, for sure. It's a tough call to make, right? Because the bomb planted in the middle of bar there, there's so many ways for this attacker to try and get you while you're defusing. So once that bomb goes down, it's so hard to make a call there. You saw it was such a tough decision, whether he peeks that angle or he peeks the angle to his left, whether he try and bait the bomb, whether you try and stick the defuse. And
gamble the grenade doesn't kill you.
I think there's a lot of things that you got to think about when you got that bomb down.
And it's hard because you have like, what, a second to make the decision, not even. Like, as soon as he sees a grenade flying over his head, ahead, you're making that decision right then and there. I feel like a lot of us would have made the same decision, you know, getting off that one, running through the door. It's just a little bit unfortunate that he is going to get shot out in the back there, and it is going to be another round swinging in favor of Hawkeye, but the setup was there to do that play, and that's why they did win the round from it. Chars, not able to do it, so now 2-2.
It all comes back to the fact that Rapid took that super early engagement, right? Because the trades ended up coming through for everybody on the team, but the problem was because you're already down a player by Rapid, those trades coming through meant that instead of it being a 2v1 scenario for St. Clair, it ended up being a 1v1 scenario, and that really transformed how the round played out. And now, 2-2, the scoreline, a lot closer than St. Clair would be comfortable with here on defense, because that is their stronger foot. So now that they're back on this site, it'll be interesting to see if they can try and defend it again.
Yeah, and it will be interesting for sure here now, as we do see everybody players trying to get this round started. Round number 5, only 2 more rounds on the defense for St. Clair. It's 2-2, so it's either going to be a 4-2 half for one of the two teams or 3-3 half split. And honestly, if one team goes up 4-2, I think they close it out from there, to be honest with you. It doesn't really matter what team, to be honest. I think if you can have a 2-round advantage at halftime, the momentum advantage, everything like that, it's going to severely help you.
Yeah, I think we won't see Rapid go for one of those crazy jump out of the window plays. Again, I think they are going to play a little bit more conservative here. Wagon's going to pop in a hatch, opening up a little bit more. And 2 minutes remaining in this one. St. Clair playing a lot more conservative. I don't even know if they have a roamer actually in this round. Actually, they do. I think they have one player up on 3rd floor there, or 2nd floor, just hanging around. But for the moment, yeah, Rapid on that Valkyrie, going to be hanging around that 2nd floor, trying to find anybody hopping in through one of these windows.
Yeah, you got rid of 2 drones, so it's good to take those out of the hands of Hawkeye. And, ooh, I thought Pete might have had an angle there for a second, but no, these players are going to be down on that main floor. And no angles yet to be found for Hawkeye, and the time is ticking. As long as St. Clair can keep this a 5v5 for as long as they can, it's a benefit for them, right? I mean, it's just time being wasted on the clock, but all of these players are looking to get their way into the sites here now as the entries are getting made and they've got themselves into the building. Now they're just looking to run with it.
Will be Rapid pinged out there on the other side of the map. They will know where he is, but he's going to retreat all the way back up into this 3rd floor. So now everybody from St. Clair gathered on the 3rd floor of the building. A minute remaining here. This is when you got to start making your move. You got to start executing onto that site, because so much hesitation here in how they want to attack it from the side of HCC. And now that you only have a minute remaining, this has to be a really, really clean execute, or else you're really going to struggle even to get that bomb down.
Yeah, it is going to be a camera spotting out a few players there for St. Clair, so they have the intel needed to try to win these fights. Pete is trying to find some early shots, but nobody will be there to give them the angle, and it's going to be Kinger here as well, looking for Atlas, potentially Rapid getting the first one to fall, as Atlas will find that kill. No traits are there immediately. Kinger falling as well to Pete, and this is far from what you're looking for if you're St. Clair. That's another one down. JMB's falling, and it's just crumbling here right now from St. Clair. The push from HCC is working out so well.
There's going to be Chars going down as well. 1v5 scenario. Just going to be one player left in the room. Pistol going to come through. Will find him a flawless round from the side of Hawkeye there. And St. Clair, I mean, again, you kind of got stuck in this scenario where because Rapid got pinged out by the Jaeger, he had to collapse back onto the site. And now all 5 members are on site. And yes, you're watching certain angles, but the problem is, once they start shooting, you're forced into this tiny little area, and you be collapsed on from all 5 sides, and a really, really good job of execution there by the side of HEC. And St. Clair really just haven't been able to find their footing the last couple of rounds, haven't been able to get those early picks, and it's really made such a huge difference here in these last couple defending rounds.
I was talking about how a 4-2 half would change everything, and if HCC does find it here, it could be detrimental for the St. Clair team. As you know, I think they're a very momentum-based team as well, where they you know, a lot of their feelings show in how they play. So with that being said, I really, really hope they are able to find this one to at least keep composure as well, because if they don't, they're going to be down 4-2. They're going to let their emotions get to the best of them there, and their momentum swing not in their favor, and you're just not going to be in a good position. So I think this is honestly a must-win round for St. Clair.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know how many more operators Rapid has up his sleeve, but he's going to be going with the Pulse this time around. So I don't. Maybe he's in the double digits for operators at this point in this game, but he's going to be changing out yet again. We are going to see a Mozzie as well from Kinger. I like the change. I think the Mozzie is a really good spot because of the twitch. You can take control of those drones. They are very, very effective on the defense if you can find a way to get a hold of them, and we'll see if he's able to catch any twitch drones with that trap. It looks like they're going to be spawning onto the house here. Camera's going to be taken out, and it is going to be a kitchen defense again in this final round for St. Clair on the defensive side of things.
Yeah, so here we are. It is, like you were saying, the kitchen defense, and I think they've been doing like kind of okay kitchen. Like, it hasn't been perfect, but it hasn't been the worst, so we are going to see this come through here once again. The hold does look fairly good to start us off in this round. They're playing in all their dedicated positions, and they're not too far away from each other, but they're not too clumped up or anything in that regard. So everything is going to be looking well, as Atlas is going to open up a lot of these hatches towards the roof and give a lot more options to the side of HCC to make their pushes into the sites. 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock, so still lots of time to work with, as we do see the side of Hawkeye as well, just getting all the drones in there and trying to spot out these players as well as util.
2 minutes remaining in the round. Interesting, we'll see where they decide to rotate around here in this final defense for St. Clair. We'll see if they opt to send the Mozzie as well as the Pulse roaming, because I think the fact that if you have 2 roamers, I think it makes it way more effective. But it looks like Pulse just going to be scanning, trying to call stuff out for this Mozzie to try and attack. Because of her mobility, it's very, very easy to find those. Will not spot out any heartbeats just yet, though.
Yeah, and even not finding heartbeats even gives you intel, because at that point you know there's nobody in that area, so it does, it almost like it clears an area for you almost, so it's good to see in that regard if you are from the side of HCC, and some more utility coming through here, just opening up the floors and whatnot, as we do see the side of Wagons looking for more, and that actually is going to be Rapid to the first one finding some sort of a heartbeat, as I actually do spot out 2 players here now, so that's some good information to gather for yourselves. As Hawkeye, if you look at the time, down to 70 seconds, it's been the storyline of our series so far, and it's going to continue here now, as they just do not have a lot of map control with not a lot of time left.
Yeah, they do have a lot of control over these upper 2 floors, though, so St. Clair going to have to be careful, watch their heads. Rapid going to be down to half HP, is going to have to try and retreat here, does manage to get away with just 10 HP. The shot going to come through, not going to get it, no, and he finds the kill! He got a knife, never mind, he doesn't find the kill. Atlas finds it with a knife. And Rapid going to go down here, 45 seconds remaining. They're going to have to push through here, but now with man advantage, definitely doable here for HCC.
Yeah, that is not an easy knife to pull off if you're Atlas either. I thought Rapid actually was going to end up maybe finding that gunfight when hopping through the window, but no, it is not going to go for him. But the 30 seconds is the main thing that's got my eye caught here right now. You got to get this diffuser down here kind of soon. With that kill coming through on Jam Beast, I think it might open up the possibility for a plant to come in. As we do see Charge trying to do something here. Salty Boy going to get shot down. Kinger is looking to do something to try to get a refrag off. Charge will fall. This diffuser is looking to get planted here as Lobster finds one. Atlas finding one, all up to Kinger. 1v5. Once again, diffuser goes down. From what I thought was looking very, very good for St. Clair is crumbled here. Now St. Clair stuck in a 1-on-5. I mean, bomb down. What do you really do if you're Kinger? He will fall. That's a round in favor of the side of Hawkeye, and a 4-2 half in their favor as well. And I mean, St. Clair, the momentum is just not playing in their favor at all, and you see it come through in their playstyle.
2 flawless rounds for Hawkeye here, and I really just feel like they looked so good in the first half on defense, and then the second half they're 3 in a row for Hawkeye. Just St. Clair, no answers to what these offensive pushes, and it's weird because they play so slow, right? And you expect, because they're sending these people on the roams, they're able to get these picks, but it just seems like every time there's an interaction with one of these roamers, they just aren't really able to find the pick there. We saw Rapid a couple of times, you know, he gets a little bit of chip damage, but he isn't able to actually win the engagement, and it just puts so much pressure on the rest of St. Clair because you're playing from that player disadvantage to try and defend. And really, really good job on the executes here so far for the side of Hawkeye. And now that they're on defense, it's going to be tough when you see St. Clair win this one, but it is 4-2, still a lot of rounds left here before HEC can claim it. So St. Clair with a good opportunity here to try and take it back on the attack.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even like a good opportunity, it's more of a must. Like, I personally feel like if St. Clair falls down 5-2, with the way they've been playing and the way that momentum has been going, it's just not going to get turned around. This is something where you got to get yourself right back into this game early as you can, because being down 5-2 is very difficult to come back from. I mean, yes, we did just see HCC pull it off, but you are not going to see that every day.
No, definitely not. It's going to be very, very tall task, especially because they're going to be on the attack, and I feel like their attack just hasn't really been that incredible so far in this series, but maybe they can prove me wrong. Hopefully they do. 4-2, St. Clair on the attack for the first time in this game, and on the disadvantage here. Going to be tough for them to try and break into this one. Interesting, they are going to be on third floor as well. Very, very aggressive positioning here as well from a couple players from the side of HTC.
Yeah, we might not see any, spawn peaks per se, but a lot of aggressive peaks coming through. As you do see Kinger ping out a enemy location there, and he goes looking for more as he does spot out another player. So 2 players have been spotted from Kinger's drone, getting some good intel for St. Clair to get their entrance into the site. And this is the big thing I'd like to see from St. Clair, is them to not be too hesitant on going into these sites. You got to be confident in your play. You got to be confident that you can go into this site with no problems and win your gunfights. So we'll see if it does work out here for them. That being said, it is going to be a 5-on-5 still in play as we are under that 2-minute mark.
I think the key for St. Clair is going to be you have to win these rounds on the defensively favored bomb sites, right? Like, especially this third floor. If you can win this round on the third floor, it's going to drain a lot of their confidence in where they want to actually go when they try to decide where they want the bombs to go. Grenade going to come through here. Not going to catch a player back, but it will force them to retreat back on the site. Another nade coming through here. Will be a couple players from St. Clair getting peppered down by these various gadgets on the side of HCC. No one going down just yet. Another nade going to come through here, but
wow,
still alive here somehow through all those nades is everyone from the side of Hawkeye. JMB's going to find the first kill, though, on a Hazard Bear. That is massive.
Yeah, they're just throwing nades in like LeBron James or something like that right now, as it is going to be, like you were saying, the first pick going in favor of St. Clair. Absolutely massive. It's something that they needed to happen for them, because otherwise this round is just not going to be swinging into their favor. It is going to be the side of St. Clair, though, still with a little bit of map control to take, as JMBC is going to fall to Atlas. And Lobster does have his cameras up and getting a good amount of intel for himself here in that regard as well. So it's not looking too hot. Rapid will fall here as well. He does get Lobster knocked, but I think the res might be able to pop off, as it's now 3-on-3.
Lobster still sitting up on that table. Is going to be rezzed here finally in the back corner, causing so many problems with this turret on site, but will be taken down very, very low. Atlas also very low HP. Your shot's going to come through, but a double kill for Atlas here. Atlas going to be taken down, though. Salty Boy going to find that one 2v2, but now a 1v2 scenario. Kinger half HP. Can he do it here? 2 players both on site. Is he going to spot them out here in just a second? Bomb is on his left. Going to spot one. Can he get the second to pop back out here? Doesn't realize the player's behind him. He's going to try and hold all these angles. Going to check them all. 5 seconds remaining. Has to plant this bomb. Shot's going to come through. Not going to find him, though. Wagon's going to clean him up there, and another round over to Hawkeye. A good try there by Kinger, but just not able to convert there. And Hawkeye going to go up 5-2 here in map number 3.
You know, if the players were positioned a little bit differently, I would say Kinger might have been able to pull that one off, but they actually had a really good setup there for that 1v2. The second player was the key player, just able to hide away in that corner, knowing that Kinger is going to run into you, whether it's A, to look for you, or B, to plant the bomb. You know he's going to come into you, and you just are waiting for it at that point in time. So it's going to work out there once again for the side of Hawkeye, now leading 5-2. This is a rut that we haven't seen St. Clair in all series long, and I just don't know if they're going to be able to come out of it. If they are, it's going to have to start with this round. They cannot afford HCC to force this one onto a match point round. It all comes down to this here right now, John. And
they had a good start. JMB's found that early pick, but the real problem that round was that Maestro turret. I don't know how much damage it did. If you had if there was some kind of graph that they had made for that damage, it would probably be the highest out of anyone in that round. Like, it was just peppering down every time they went onto that site. That stinking turret was just shooting them down to half HP, and that really was the struggle. And I mean, the other thing was too, the fact that you knocked the Maestro, he didn't end up going down there, was able to get rezzed, because if he goes down there, it is a 1v1 scenario, and I think Kinger can definitely win it there.
It's a lot more doable.
Yeah, for sure. Because it was a 1v2, it was a lot tougher for him, because he had to go get that bomb as well. And it's just those little things. St. Clair just hasn't had it going their way in these last couple of maps, and it's now showing with the score. And like you said, at this point, they have to win this round, because you go down 6-2. It is a giant mountain to climb for St. Clair to try and come back in this one.
Oh yeah, it would be far from easy for sure. So a lot of it is going to be on this round right here, right now, just as we were both saying. It does look like they are once again wanting to go top down as well. It's the Saints' playbook is to go from the top and break their way down. I believe these are on the second floor here in this round. So yeah, oh, actually, never mind, first floor. Okay. Main floor here on this one is, yeah, St. Clair does still look to come top down though, right? They get onto the third floor. Once they get from the third floor, they can clear out the second floor, and then once you're on the second floor, you can drop down onto that site. The only thing with this play call is it takes a little bit to actually make your way down through all of these floors, right? You're going from a roof to a third floor to a second floor, down all the way to the first floor where the bombs are actually located, so it takes a little bit to clear all of these angles as well.
You see 4 players down here on the first floor. There is one roamer sitting on the second floor waiting for somebody to walk through, but hasn't quite been spotted out just yet. And they do get a ping on him, but the Wamai going to be spotted out on site on the first floor in kitchen, so won't be able to make any kind of offensive play. And St. Clair actually committing 5 here, going from the upper down to lower. They aren't committing anybody to that first floor attack from the outside, so it'll be interesting to see if they can actually force through here, if they'll struggle a little bit because they're all going to be pushing through the same couple of angles.
Yeah, it's all been the same angles, just as you were saying, right? And this is what we have to see St. Clair change up here on this one. Rapid will bring out that Twitch drone to try to find something, but no, Wagon's going to find Jam Beast after that Sledgehammer goes to work. It's going to be completely shut down afterwards, and that finally that hatch will be open. Charles is trying to find a refrag. That player will no longer be there, and it's going to be HCC backing off once they get that pick. And that's one thing I really do like about what Hawkeye's done, is they're not going to get greedy off that kill. They're going to find that kill and immediately discharge from it, because there's no point in trying to look for another one there. You already have a player advantage on your defensive side. You can't ask for much more.
Will be Rapid making a few extra holes here in the roof. 55 seconds left. St. Clair going to have to execute this push in here sometime soon. Pretty decent position here, actually down by that bar for Kinger. Just holding this angle here, seeing if anyone's going to cross through his vision. But he's going to be forced to walk up here. Will be salty by finding a pick. That's huge. The fact that they got Pete there, absolutely massive here. With only 34 seconds left, though. They have to make a move soon.
Yeah, this is the move they're looking to make here in just a second. As we do see, it is Salty Boy, Chars, Rapid, and Kinger. Kinger being the first one to make an engagement, but Lobster not allowing that one to work out, as it's now 3-on-4. And this is the problem, right? Kinger was the one who's like, okay, guys, let's go, let's go, let's go. And now look at this. It's going to be everybody going down one by one by one. This is not organized at all. They're all dropping down the same patch and getting far. What is we watching, man? Like, there's no play call to that by at all.
It is the same problem that we saw very early on in this series that the side of HGC was making. It's that you wait till this last 40-30 seconds, you all are forced to go through the same couple angles, and because you saw it, they had to go through that because they had no other way on the site, and Hazard Bear sitting there getting 3 free kills because they have no other choice to try and get on the site other than dropping through the hatch. Yeah,
and have you tried to shoot someone's head while dropping midair and through a hatch? It's
very
not an
difficult.
Easy task. Yeah, it's very, very difficult. It's honestly a chance of luck. Honestly, like for one of those bullets just sporadically land as a headshot is essentially what you're hoping for when dropping down, and it's just not going to go in St. Clair's favor. Essentially, gamble play there to just try. It was a scramble, like to just try to get something to work out, a last-ditch effort. Not going to go in their favor. HCC at match point, but not only at match point, also at series point. And you do not want to start off your NECC season with a loss after leading by so much. Like, if you say somebody, hey, we were up 1-0 in the series and we were up 5-2 in map 2 and we lost it, it's just hard to hear, right? So St. Clair really looking to turn things around, but it's not easy when you are down by 4 rounds. The opposing team's at match point. You essentially have to play flawless Rainbow Six here for almost the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's just so tough because we see St. Clair get advantages in both of these maps. They were up 5-2 in map number 2, and they were up 2-0 here in map number 3. But both of these times, HCC finds a round, and they take that momentum off of it, right? You see 6 rounds in a row that Hawkeye has found, and there's just no way for St. Clair to find any kind of momentum, because every single time they find a pick, even if they find that pick early on in the round, they just can't seem to turn it into anything meaningful. And this is their last chance. They're down 6-2. They need to find this round and find a lot more here to try and come back. But if they're able to find this reverse sweep, it would be absolutely massive for them.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be huge. Like, honestly, that a reverse sweep for your first game in the season to come back. I mean, it's not a full
reverse sweep
but like,
in the game.
Yeah, in the game, yeah. If you could come back with a reverse sweep, sorry, if you are from the side of HCC, it's just a big momentum booster for your whole season. Like it just sets the tone, and I think that it would really give them a lot of confidence going on here. But it would also give St. Clair a lot of confidence if they were down, but 6-2 and force an OT, win the OT. It would also just help out your season. So whatever happens here, it's going to benefit a team, and it's going to give a team a disadvantage going on with the rest of the season.
This is that cheeky angle that Kinger has here with that hole. He's going to spot someone out, and he's going to find him. Kinger finds Hazardbear early on, finds a second as well. That's how you want to start out this match point round, and a two-person advantage now for St. Clair to work off of really early on. That is absolutely huge.
That is exactly what they needed. These Kinger offensive entries to open up the sights and get something going. It's been a little bit slower here for him as of lately, but he does pick up a couple there and is now going to advance to 8 and 7. Honestly, if you're Kinger right now, you just need some help from the team. Like, you're doubling your second place kills.
Wow, Kinger does find his time. We've seen him clutch so many times throughout not only this semester, but last semester too. Shot's going to come through. JMB's going to find Wagons now, 5v2. St. Clair with some hope now to try and get back in this series, try and pull it to at least a 6-3 and get a start from somewhere at least.
Yeah, that is going to be rapid with another one there, and it's a near flawless round if they can take down Atlas here, and they do. Salty Boy going to clean that one up. Flawless round for St. Clair. This is what they needed to just get the ball rolling for them. The thing is, don't get ahead of yourself. There's still a ton of work to do to still try to come back in this game. It is only going to be round 10. It's still going to be a 6-3 scoreline. You're still going to have to win 3 rounds in a row to even get to an overtime round. St. Clair, what can you do? Just keep doing what just we saw. But the thing is that HCC can just constantly move to this site. Once they get to a very defender-sided location, St. Clair still has to win it because there's no other option for them right now.
Like, they can go to that third floor like we're going to see now, and St. Clair has to win every single attacking round, which means that they can go on this bomb point every single round for the next 3 rounds. So St. Clair has to win 3 rounds on attack on arguably the best defensive rotation in almost all of R6. Like, third floor is so hard to take as attackers. Yeah. Unless you get that bomb down, it is almost impossible to actually
If you don't get the bomb down, you don't win the round. Like, that's
you
almost
have to
as
get the
simple
plant
as that.
down at least decently early, because if you try and collapse on this late, there's so many spots defenders can take you out from. And now that you're going to be stuck here, I mean, St. Clair, they did win that round and it was flawless, so really, really good job by them. But now's when the real work begins.
Yeah, 100%, right? I mean, they do their aggressive play, they go in, they find their kills, and you have that one round that kind of gets the ball rolling, like you were saying. And now it's like the real work. Like, you come in, now you have to, play rounds like you would any other round and just try to find the round win. You might see some more sporadic play coming through from them just because of the situation they're in. They just have to kind of try desperate measures almost to make something work out, or do you think they stick to a more default casual type of play?
You know what? I think what they did in that round was really, really good. I think the fact that Kinger found those 2 picks, huge confidence boost for him, and if he can do a lot more of those, if he can find those early picks, you don't have to play desperate. You can just play really, really clean R6 and play trades, because if you find that one-person advantage, as long as you're trading out properly, you're going to end up winning the round.
Yeah, the biggest problem is with that is that there's so much weight on Kinger's shoulders when it goes to getting those entry frags, right? Because, like, yeah, Kinger goes in. It's so hard to entry frag in Rainbow Six, right? I mean, you have players that are all set up, positioned, waiting for you to walk into their scopes, and you basically have to take the challenge and hope that you can win it out. So we'll see what he can do in this time. It's not going to be easy to try to start it off with another 2 entry frags, but at least something, right? Just something to get something going, get the ball rolling, get some map control, even if it's not a pick, just a lot of map control, just something to get something to build off of.
Looks like they're going to be a little bit more hesitant this time in how they want to attack. Hazardbear maybe wants to peek out this window in just a second. There is a player waiting for him outside here, so we'll see if he goes for that peek. And I mean, a good play, if he pops out this window, no, he's going to back off. But if he makes a good play here, it's going to be huge. JMB's going to get bombed out by that nitro cell, and now St. Clair in a 4v5 scenario with someone watching these stairs is going to be tough. They are going to drop through here. Hazardbear going to back off for a second, though. Not going to go for this aggressive peek.
Yeah, Hazardbear is playing the right call, right? When you are up 6-3 and you get a first blood, see you later. Like, goodbye. Like, have a good one.
Kinger got the same angle here, though.
No, there's a wall separating them, though, is there not?
I mean, they could bounce back here. Salty Boy going to be shot out here by the turret. Down to half HP already. Maestro turret proving a problem for St. Clair to try and clear out. They're going to be able to take control of this corner room for now, though. A minute remaining. Can they find a way to get back here?
Yeah, time is really going to be something to think about a lot here in this round for the Saints, as we are now at 55 seconds still. A lot of position to clear. Pete got to find one onto Salty Boy. They have to trade this one out. It's all up to Chargers. He knows this player is right on the opposite side of the corner as him. He is going to be Chargers, able to find the kill. A must-one there as Rapid going to fall now 2-on-4. We need to see the Chargers and Kinger show. Here we go. It is going to be Chargers, though, falling, leaving it all up to Kinger. 1v4 to keep the NECC game alive. Can they pull it off? Can Kinger pull it off? This diffuser down with 25 seconds. It's not going to work out quite yet. He finds one. He finds a second. It's all up to Wagons and Lobsters, but the time is the big problem. He's going to have to get the diffuser as well. He will do the first step of the puzzle. Can he follow with the second? Now getting ready to swing around this right corner. He's going to run into a player early on. Going to get some shots off. Nothing enough to land. The time, though, you don't have time to do this. You got to run in. He will realize that, but they have the positioning there, and that is the problem with the slow play style, is that in result, that does happen. But honestly, GG's. You know, both teams showed some good sportsmanship between them. It was a good practice for both teams, and the Saints, they did still manage to get a couple round wins under their belt. So, and a game win. So honestly, you take away your positives with what you can.
Yeah, I think obviously a lot to work on. The everlasting question: why are they still playing Oregon if it's such a struggle for them? But that is something that team and the coach will have to think about going into the next couple of games. But, I mean, they had an advantage there early on. They were up 5-2 on Oregon. So you do take the positive and say, okay, we had a really solid round one on Clubhouse. We got a lot of rounds on Oregon. And, yes, they did end up losing that in a reverse sweep. And shout out to Hawkeye. I mean, there was a lot of players, especially, I think the thorn in the side of St. Clair there was the Maestro in those couple of rounds. Like, that turret did so much damage to them.
Well,
and it made it so much harder to attack on that third floor and really was a difference maker, not only in that last round, but also in that round that Kinger had that 1v2 scenario on. If he wasn't being taken down by that turret, I think it completely changes how that offensive round works out for them.
And honestly, like I think, like you were saying, the big thorn in the side or whatnot, it is also just the Saints had control of the series.
Yeah.
They were up a game. They were up, what was it, 3 rounds going into the second game? Only 2 needed to close it out, up 5-2. That is something you should be closing out 100 times out of 100. Just not able to pull it off. St. Clair going to fall in their first game of NECC regular season to the Hawkeye Community College. Only 2-1. A very, very close game. I'd love to see these two schools play again sometime potentially in playoffs or whatnot. But with that being said, that is going to wrap us up here for our broadcast for the evening. It's only going to be Siege. We are going to be back tomorrow with some Overwatch action in the NECC. If the game is early enough. If the game is early enough, we will be on the stream. If it is too late, we will be in our beds asleep.
Yes.
But regardless, with that being said, we got some things to talk about before we do wrap us up here for the evening as well. So let's start us off with this giveaway that we're running that I'm hearing about.
Yeah.
I got the jacket on today, so I'm not a complete blank canvas. But regardless, you guys can watch the stream, earn some channel points. It is 3,000 channel points per entry. You guys can use those down in the chat. Click the little gif beside the text box there and whatnot. But yeah, it's going to be 3,000 per entry. You guys can enter once per stream. You earn channel points by engaging with our stream as well. And the winner will get to choose one piece of merch of their choice. If you guys cannot wait for the giveaway, though, if you guys cannot wait for February 28th, you guys can buy your merch right here, right now, today at acquire.ca/Saints. So all of that is going to be available as well. You can see it on your screen here now. T-shirts, jackets, crew necks, hoodies, jerseys, hats, masks, anything you guys could want will all be acquire.ca/Saints. All very comfy and affordable. So if you guys are interested, once again, acquire.ca/Saints. And if you want to carry it away with our sponsors here, John.
Yeah, we gotta talk about our sponsors. So our newest sponsor of this year is Crunchyroll. We love having them on board. You can get yourself a 14-day premium trial for free at crunchyroll.com/Saints. They got any anime that you could want on there to watch. I know there's been a lot of talk about Attack on Titan lately. You can catch yourself on that. Go check it out. 2 weeks premium trial for free. Crunchyroll.com/Saints. Also want to thank our other sponsors as well. Tim Hortons, Subway, the SRC, as well as the St. Clair College Alumni Association. All here. Thank you for sponsoring our stream and letting us do what we do. But that is going to be it for the evening. St. Clair fall 1-2 in their first game of NECC regular season. And anything else that you want to talk about?
No, that is going to wrap us up here for the evening. So good stuff all around. You got to, take away the positives from what you can. It is going to be a tough loss. Regardless, congrats to Hawkeye for starting off your season 1-0. St. Clair, maybe go back and take a look at Oregon and see what you can do with that. But regardless, with that being said, they are going to look to change things up going into week 2. What we will be calling it off here for the night. Stay tuned on our social media and our Twitch channel, as we will be back for Overwatch tomorrow, and we post weekly updates all over our social media. Saints Gaming CA on everything. Without further ado, my name is Jackson